Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at sailingweather.co.uk and weatherweb.net, and this is your weekend ahead and week ahead outlook issued on Friday the 16th of January. Thanks again for watching. It does look like low pressure is going to be in control of the weather through the coming days, but some subtle changes taking place. Winds not too strong. This is the forecast chart for Friday with low pressure centred to the north of Ireland. We're going to get this southwesterly feed affecting many parts of the country. It brings poor visibility through the channel due to outbreaks of rain during the course of Friday. Speeds probably around a 4 or a 5 in the eastern channel. I think we're going to be looking at 4s, perhaps even dipping down to a 3 later in the west, but do expect moderate or poor visibility throughout the channel. For the Irish Sea, more broken cloud, but some showers and the chance of some mist or fog patches here and there, but I think the risk is relatively low. Southwesterly winds probably blowing at a 4, perhaps nudging a 5 in the far south at first, nearer a 4 towards the north. Western Scotland see a change in wind direction to southwesterly in the southern half of Western Scotland. It goes into a southeast or even easterly for the northern half. I think a 3 in the north, a 4 to the south. Similar across eastern Scotland with an east to southeasterly blowing at around a 4 in the northern half of northeastern Scotland. I think we're going to be looking mainly at southerlies at around a 4 for the southern half of eastern Scotland, and then down the east coast of England, generally southwesterlies at 4s, but perhaps a 5 around these coasts of East Anglia. Now on to Saturday, we've got a complex area of low pressure out towards the west. The flow through the English Channel tending to turn into the southwest during the day. I think we're looking at a 4, perhaps a 5 in the far west for a time. But I think tending to ease off as this low moves in, and we could find a 3 in the far west later. More generally, I think we're going to be looking at a southerly overall, maybe a bit of a south-southeasterly in there, typically blowing at a 4 to a 5, and I think that hangs on throughout the day. Now, through the Irish Sea, we're south-southeasterlies. I think here we're looking probably at a 3 or a 4 for most places, perhaps, though, a 4 through Morecambe Bay. For Western Scotland, southeasterly here blowing at around 4. Eastern Scotland, though, south-southeasterlies, and I think here we're going to be looking at 5, possibly touching a 6. And up these eastern coasts of England, south-southeasterlies, I think we're going to be looking here at a 5, but just offshore, again, I've got a question mark over a 6. Now, visibility, I think we're going to be looking at moderate or poor at times in rain through the English Channel. Generally, we're going to be looking at moderate in showers or outbreaks of rain through the Irish Sea. And I think overall, though, good across these eastern coasts. So Saturday, a bit of a murky one. Sunday's looking better, though. I think through the channel, we have got really light winds, though. I think we're going to be looking at south to south-southwesterlies, probably a 3 through many eastern areas. I think generally a southerly at a 2 through those central parts of the channel, but becoming behind the trough you can see here, I think becoming a westerly, probably at a 3, but then increasing 4 late on in the afternoon. Irish Sea, we're going to be looking at south-southwesterlies at about a 4. Western Scotland, we're southeasterlies at 4. A 6 across northern Scotland, southeasterly at 5 to 6 across eastern Scotland, and up these eastern coasts of England, south-southeasterly, and I think a 4 or a 5 generally. Notice that that front is in the way here, so this is going to be bringing some periods of rain, moderate to poor visibility at times across those eastern coasts. I think generally, though, we're going to be good in the west, and I think probably good or perhaps just moderate through the channel. Now, on to Monday, the start of the new week. Really slack pressure flow across the country. So I think what we're going to have to go for here is probably a variable at just 1 or 2 through most of the eastern part of the channel and southeast England. I think out towards the west, we're looking at west-northwesterly, probably blowing at a 2 or a 3. A few showers in the western channel too. Through the Irish Sea, the southern part of the Irish Sea probably coming in as a westerly 2. The northern part of the Irish Sea, I think here we're going to be looking at the winds nipping round into a south or southeasterly at a 2. Western Scotland, southeasterly 2s to 3s. Eastern Scotland, southeasterlies at 4s. But I think a 6 offshore, particularly around the Northern Isles there. And then, as I said, those eastern parts of England generally nipping round into a south-southeasterly or an easterly, and here probably around about a 3. Now, visibility, just watch out for this one. I think we could find moderate or poor vis across much of the eastern channel and southeastern parts of England. I think moderate or poor because of this rain up eastern coast. Generally moderate or good towards the west. And then finally into Tuesday, front nudging eastwards, again very light winds in the east, but I think through the channel starting to pick up. Here we go, west-southwesterlies, probably a 4. I've got a question mark over a 5. A few showers coming through. The Irish Sea, south-southwesterly 4. Western Scotland, southwesterly here, probably a 3 or a 4. More likely to be that 4. I think eastern parts of Scotland, south-southeasterlies at 3, having been a 2 during the morning. Eastern parts of England nipping round into the west, but generally only a 2 here. Visibility generally getting better. I think moderate or good for most, and generally tending to be moderate in the showers in the west and the south. Eastern areas perhaps poor with some fog patches, but gradually becoming moderate through the course of the day. So hopefully that helps you plan your weekend sailing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, we're looking for sponsorship for the video here and also for the forecast that we're producing. You'll see the detailed Solent forecast on the site at sailingweather.co.uk, and also you'll see the other forecasts for the sailing regions of the UK there as well. So if you think you can help us out, please let us know. Don't forget to tell your clubs, your marinas, your friends, as many people as you can about the forecast here, and we want to get it an invaluable part of your sailing planning. So for now, thanks for watching and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.